Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 12. I'm going to get right to sharing my screen here and walk you through this week's assignment. So for this week, you are actually expected to have your rough draft of the research paper, research essay due on Sunday, the 23rd. So that means, it's a little bit earlier than you're used to with the previous 2 units. It wasn't until we were midway through the unit that you had your rough draft due. The reason we have this earlier is just to give you a bit more time to do your research and revisions and to really polish things well. So I'm not going to talk about how the research assignment is done written up in this way. I have a handout that's in the resources for week 12 folder. It was also in the week 11 folder as well, just to give you a bit of a head start, but I will walk you through it and explain. Let's make the print a little bit bigger here. So this is the essay 3 research essay. And you are to write a 3 to 4 page, roughly 900 words, essay that is persuasive and incorporates research using proper MLA formatting. A persuasive essay or an argumentative essay attempts to convince the audience to accept or at least respect your position on a controversial topic. This type of essay appeals to the audience through sound logical reasoning, logos, argumentation, and emotional appeals, pathos, persuasion. You will choose one of the following videos that we've watched in class and develop an argument that either supports or refutes, either agrees or disagrees on a related issue of technology raised in the chosen video. And those videos are Nicholas Carr's Is the Internet Making Us Stupid?, Sherry Turkle's TED Talk, Connected But Alone, and Glenn Greenwald's TED Talk, Why Privacy Matters. So the key to this is the essay, you must pick a side of the issue and develop an argument that's supported with sound logical reasoning and evidence. So what we've done is collected several articles pertaining to each video, and you need to choose 2 of the pre-selected pieces of research on Blackboard and use them to support the argument. If you want to challenge yourself, if you don't like the various articles that have been collected and provided for you, then you are more than welcome to do your own research and find your own articles. You can use the library database, or you can use, you can Google and find other things that will support your argument. Just be sure to run them by me and clear them with me so that I can take a look at them and say, yeah, they're okay. All research, whether it's pre-selected pieces of research or research things that you research and find on your own, it all must be documented according to MLA format rules that you're going to learn about through videos and online resources. All work will be submitted via email. I need to edit that. All work will be submitted on Blackboard. I will change that. This is an older assignment, obviously. So the requirements, the essay needs to be a minimum of 900 words, which is about 3 to 4 MLA formatted pages. The essay needs to follow MLA format. You will include proper citation of sources, proper in-text citations, and you've kind of gotten a taste for that in the rhetorical analysis unit. You will also include a properly documented works cited page in MLA format, similar to what you did before, but you will be including not only the video that you watched and hopefully that you're going to refer to in your paper, but also those sources that you have selected. Remember, 2 sources at least. You can use more if you want to. If you think it's effective, but at least 2 sources to help support your position. And that page is, of course, in addition to the required 3 to 4 page minimum. So You'll submit a rough draft, and you will also revise and edit, submitting the final draft by the due date. So I have the various due dates relating to the paper, not the other assignments, but relating to writing of the paper down here. So the first due date, as I said before, it is the 23rd. So typically we have our assignments due on Sundays, right? Sunday night, the end of the day on Sundays. But because we don't have classes for that week of Thanksgiving, the due date has been moved to that Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So that gives you a few extra days to actually work on your rough draft and submit it. So it's not like you only have a week to do it. You have a week and a half, which is fantastic. So Wednesday, the 11/23 is when your rough draft is due. And then you have a few weeks to work on your first revision, and then your final draft is due at the end of our semester, which is Saturday, December 18th. So that is the Essay 3 research essay in a nutshell. If you have questions about that, you know where to get in touch with me. Let me walk you through the rest of the things that are in the resources for week 12. I have a handout on citing databases, websites, and periodicals, how to create a citation for a journal, periodical article from a database in MLA 8. Hopefully it's not too confusing. I created this handout a couple of years ago to show some of the problematic things that that I encountered in those pre-selected research pieces and articles that are in Blackboard that we've put up for you, because there's actually one that has a perfect example of the things that are not included and how to change it. So I created this to hopefully answer some questions for students, and it's color-coded, similar to that MLA Style Center website that I showed you a couple of weeks ago. So here's the problematic example. There is an article called Social Media Making Teens Antisocial. And each of these articles actually have the MLA citation. They were taken from EBSCOhost, the library database, and they have the citation, except this one, for some reason, is not done correctly. I don't know why. So I've shown you what's wrong with it, that it's not in MLA format, and how to fix it. So we have, I showed you that it's copied from here, the URL is here, and you need to paste it on the end. You need to make these corrections with the names that are all capitalized, and this is first name, last name. So here's the corrected citation up here. And I'm just showing you where from the works cited information provided at the top of the article where I got that from, and I pasted the link up here. So this is why it's important to know how to create the citation rather than just blindly copying and pasting. You need to know what things are right and what things are wrong. And actually here, we could get rid of the other two names here and have it Burley, Jasper et al, because we don't need to name the rest of the authors over two authors. That's just one of those funky MLA rules, once again, kind of random. So here on the second page is how to cite an article on a website. Fairly straightforward, author's last name, first name, if you have the author's name, right? Then the title of the article, the title of the web publication, the name of the website itself, the publication date, and lastly, the URL without https:// right? One of the articles from the video is The Internet Making Us Stupid is Drew Turney's Rebooting Your Memory. And the current database citation we have in the folder is this, which is incorrect. It's, again, not the correct MLA citation or no longer the MLA style that we use. This may have been done several years ago before the 2016 update, and we've had an update since then. So again, I'm showing you how you can find that information, and I will go over this in class, but again, this shows you how you can find all the information that needs to go into it. And here is the citation that I've come up with. So once again, if you are if you have your wits about you, you will be able to copy and paste these into your document if you choose to use those. And then the last one is how to cite a periodical. The last outlier is the article by Farrell, found in Why Privacy Matters folder. And since it's a copy of a print article, that means we have page numbers to refer to. We'll treat it as if we had the magazine in hand. So here is the key to the information that we need. We need the author, the title of the article, title of the periodical, the day, month, and year of publication, and then the pages. So here I again have a screenshot of the various things where we find the information that we need. And when you flip through the article, make note of the page number range, which is abbreviated P for one page or PP for a range of pages. And then I have the citation here at the end. Again, pretty straightforward. So that is how to cite a variety of things. Lastly, I think lastly, is, well, no, not lastly. Lastly, not, is how to cite a YouTube video or TED Talk. Since we are using both YouTube and TED for these, I have a handout on how to do this. Nothing really has changed between MLA 8 and MLA 9. So we'll just go with my older handout. The information is still the same as far as the core elements that you need to have. The things you need to keep in mind, right? The last name and first name of the creator of the video. And then the title of the video in quotes. You will have YouTube in italics, and then you have uploaded by whoever the uploader name is. And again, I will show you here the images where you find the various things that you need, the various elements, right? So if creator and uploader are the same, begin your citation with title of the video. Remember to remove https:// from the URL. And if you're quoting directly from a segment of the video or a timestamp transcript, include the timestamp. So for example, we have Turkle 1235 to 1250. So here is an example for TED, similar to YouTube, except we would put TED Ideas Worth Spreading, and then the publication date, and then the URL. And again, I show you where you can find those things. And then I have the YouTube and TED links, which were also provided in the week 11, the various folders for those videos. And that's that. So the last thing I want to show you here, then this is important if you want to do your own research, is this embedded library guide. And this is designed for English 101, although I think it's fairly similar to English 102 as well. You will get this is embedded, so you will get this chat if you want to chat with somebody, and you can just say no thanks. And then just use this to scroll through that embedded page. So there are a variety of things here. Getting started, this is just, how to narrow your research. You can read through that. Finding books, if you're actually going to be on campus and want to get books out of the library, you can actually look through the library guide there. But we're concerning ourselves with finding articles. I'm going to show you this and how to do it. And they also have a lot of informative videos over in the sidebar regarding scholarly and popular sources and also how to go through the database. I highly recommend watching this video on Academic Search Complete because they do a fantastic job on explaining it. I think they do it a lot better than I do. But I will show you how to use Academic Search Complete. So if you come down to search for the database, you're going to be prompted to put in your credentials, which means your last name and then your ID number, your 7-digit ID number. So just give me a second to put mine in and submit. And then it opens up this EBSCOhost Academic Search Complete. Now, let's say you are interested in, oh, I don't know, let's see what social media and mental health. Let's look at that, you know, maybe related to the Sherry Turkle video, and click on search. Now, you don't want to go from all the way to 1974 for your articles. You really want to keep things current. So I recommend using this slider, and let's say we'll go from 2010, since I think that was the earliest of all of our videos, to 2022. You also want to make sure that you have full text. And then there are a bunch of other things. So if you want to look for academic journals, you can do that. You can also look up magazines and newspapers. So it narrows things down considerably. And then, you know, if you wanted to have something that's peer reviewed, which means that, you know, the professionals have overlooked things and have said, yes, this is valid information, it's not garbage that people are putting out there, you could do that. So let's see, measuring attitudes towards mental health using social media. Sometimes these academic journals can be quite lengthy, but this one is only 7 pages long, 8 pages long, so that's not too bad. Social media, mental health, and lawyers' well-being. Oh, this is one from a Bitch magazine. This might be interesting as a popular culture. Let's look at moderating mental health. So the thing to look for is to make sure you can either get HTML full text or PDF full text. We'll click on that and hopefully a copy of the article will come up. Yep, see, the dangers of social media's report button from mental health. So moderating mental health, okay. So this might be a very interesting article if it's something that you want to look at. And think it might be relevant, but again, you might need some help with the citations, and I'm more than happy to do that for you. So you'll see over here in this right-hand sidebar, there is, and actually, I'm going to go back to the page so you can see what they all stand for. You could, there's a variety of tools. You can save the article, you can email it to yourself, or you can click on Cite. So I will click on Cite, and you have the option of scrolling through and finding MLA. So you're going to scroll down until you find MLA, and then if you highlight and then you can copy it into your document, it will copy over correctly. Or you could do this option of emailing to yourself. So I'm just putting some things in there. And then again, if you want your citation, you need to come down and choose the correct one, and it'll email you the article as well as the correct citation, so you have it all there for you. And then you would just click send. So that is Academic Search Complete. As I said, you really should take a look at the library's helpful video, because they do explain a lot of things and they have some helpful things. Another thing to look at is Points of View Reference Center. Again, you will probably have to log in with your credentials, and this will give pros and cons of many sides of the issue. So if we scroll down here, let's see, internet. So you may find a lot of things. Hacktivism may be related to why privacy matters. Let's see, WikiLeaks, YouTube, music downloading, social networking sites. So just going to choose that. And if you look over here on the right-hand side, they have a point and a counterpoint. So this can help you if you're struggling to find some counter arguments. This can help you. So you can see like the pros and the cons of social networking sites. Here's one that says, social networking sites are essential for relationships in today's digital world. And the counterpoint is social networking sites encourage a sense of isolation. So again, this could be related to Sherry Turkle. And again, it will open up for you. And if you look for the citation up at the top, I don't see. Well, I don't know. I don't see the correct citation. It just has this up here. But I would help you with the citation as well. So there are talking points, summary, bibliography at the bottom. Interesting that, so this could take you to other sources also. Is Facebook making us lonely? 2012 in the Atlantic. Cyberbullying apps. Why are we allowing anonymous cruelty? Hashtag this, Twitter, stop racist, sexist abuse. So some of these might be very relevant to the Sherry Turkle. And I don't know if that was a pop-up, so you may not have actually seen that. So let me let me do that again and make sure there's a new share. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about, and you're probably saying to yourselves, what is she talking about? So here is the citation thing that I saw up here. Yeah, so it just brought up all this stuff. It's not really a citation, but again, if you have difficulty with it, I could help you to figure out how to cite it correctly. So that's that. And let me come back. No, actually, I don't need to go back to the page, to our Blackboard page. So those are all the things that we're going to be dealing with in week 12. Again, the rough draft of the research essay, you're choosing one video and using 2 sources to support your argument. And you're going to write about 3 to 4 pages. And that rough draft is due that Wednesday, the 23rd, which is the day before Thanksgiving. Okay, so if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, everybody. Bye-bye.